Alright, welcome back, and today we're going to be flying from Reagan National Airport to Orlando International Airport. So, yeah, let's get started. So, first thing you want to do, 737 MAX, is turn on your external power, turn on your your left forward fuel pump, turn on your EPU there. If you want, you could turn on your taxi lights, your logo light, your wing well, that strobe to position to steady. Make sure that your flight altitude selector isn't yet touched. Turn on your emergency exit. Turn on your IFE and what is that? Cabin utility. You can turn on your yaw dampener. Align your IRSs. Turn on your window heat and your probe heat. If it is really cold out, you can turn on your wing anti-ice, your engine anti-ices. But for now, we're just going to do that. Make sure that your engine hydraulics, and so just, you can have it like this or like that. Doesn't really matter. I like to keep it like this. Keep it a little more realistic. Keep that. So APU bleeds air on. Packs at auto and isolation at auto. You can turn your seatbelts to auto and smoking to auto. Make sure that this anti-collision light stays off for the moment. And that is everything. Once this has aligned, we will start RTO. You can arm that. Make sure that that doesn't do that. Then we can go down here. If you have a squawk already, then you can put that in. You have your navigation, or not your navigation, goodness, your audio channels right here. Talk to ATC. Then down here is your navigation panel. So ILS frequency you put in there, ILS frequency here, ADFs you put in here, and a second, or I guess third VHF. And as you can see, you can change it around, make it these three, like that. So, now that I've given you the quick little tour, let's start setting up the plane. So, put that on like that. And then, alright, so our flight altitude today is going to be 38,000 feet, so we just make it go all the way up, 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 up to 38,000, like that. Then we can turn on our LNAV and VNAV once that is complete. And then for this side, I usually put on the weather. And now, of course, you want to go up here, turn on your APU by clicking these two generators down. Then everything else is good. Of course, once you have the navigation, turn these two to nav, and we do the FMC. Alright, so now that we've programmed our FMC, what I like to do is over here, make our range at highest we can. Then we can turn on our VNAV and LNAV, and our weather is not on yet, so we can turn that on, and our terrain can go on. So right now, we see all that, so we don't need to see that. Get rid of that. And we are practically done. All we need to do is put in our V1s, V2, and V3. Or V1, rotate, and V2. So that is true. It's 136 for rotate, and then 147 for V2. Alright, and that should be all good. Yep. So now we have a fully programmed FMC, and let's make sure that our altimeter is correct. If you do not know it, right now ours is 3009er, and yes, it is all good. Now we are ready for takeoff, or for taxi. So make sure all fuel pumps are on, and we'll get our pushback. Sure, our flaps are at 1, 2, 5.
Start at will.
Alright, so now we can start turning on our engine. So turn that little ignition switch to right, then put that to ground, and of course turn off our packs and open our isolation valve. So oh my goodness, you'll see that N2 rising. You'll also see part of N1 rising. Now we switch to left, ground. Alright, so now we just do the same thing all over again. Alright, so our ground switch has gone back to off, so we turn that on to both. We turn on our gen bus, we can turn off our APU, we turn on our beacon, and we go over here and turn these two guys on. Make sure that there's no funky lights. And turn our APU bleed off, turn these two on, turn these back to auto, and that is it. Of course, you want to bring back our good old yoke and bring down our HUD. Of course, in the daytime, you want a much brighter HUD so you can actually see it. And if you want a better view, move it forward and find the best position that works the best for you. So that is the best position for me, but we're not going to use the HUD just yet. So we're just going to turn off all parking brakes and add a little bit of power. Should get rolling, and then we are ready for takeoff. Alright, so we are at the hold short point. Make sure always there is no aircraft landing. If you're in VATSIM, make sure that you have clearance for takeoff, and of course make sure that the runway is clear. Perfect. So now we just push our throttle up a little, put down our HUD, landing lights on, position lights to strobe and steady, Make sure everything else is good. No funky warnings. And we're good. Turn a little bit more. Make sure that you are coming in at a good angle. My turn was a little bit off there, but it's okay. Push our throttle up to that toggle point and try and maintain center line. Airspeed alive. V1 rotate. And landing gear up. Flaps 2. And make our first turn. Autopilot on. Of course you need a hand fly based on what airlines restrictions are based on autopilot turn-on procedures, but I mean, you don't want to be bored with that today. So we're just going to put our flaps up to 0 and look at that. Beautiful day, Washington, D.C. Alright, I hope you liked this video on how to fly the 737 MAX. Also, don't worry about that. I'm about to stall. Plane should know what to do. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe if you liked it, and come back for more. So, thank you for watching.